What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trick 10s. Today we're working on a very cool tin rig. This is a Havoc VJST 1553. Now, you guys might remember this boat because it was on the channel not that long ago. This guy just picked it up. It's a 2025 model. He's got a big gator tail surface drive outboard on it. It's a sweet little rig, man. I mean, this is a duck killing vessel right here. It's pretty badass. And for somebody like me who works on these tin rigs every single day, this Havoc boat is really well put together. I do like it. I really do like the way that the hull is just shaped. It's a cool ass boat, man. It's got a sick transom on it. This is the third time I've done a job for this customer. I'm sure he'll be back for something else. Last time he was here, we put his spotlight up here. Now this is the sea light, spotlight, spreader light. It's got the nav lights into it. There's a whole episode on that if you guys are interested in how I did that. But we were talking last time he was here, and we were talking about doing some type of EVA foam inside of here, because right now it has like a little bit of a grip texture to it, which is something that we're going to have to deal with, because in order to put this EVA foam in here, I think we're going to have to sand this down a little bit. It does have some decent grip texture to it, but he said it gets hot, and I don't doubt it, because the sun just baking on this, it probably definitely gets pretty warm. It's just aluminum underneath there. But we got a kit made for this thing. We got the thing scanned, and I sent it off to my buddy, Nick Kingston. He owns Fabrics Direct for You. This is the first time that I have used him for a project, and I have the EVA foam here. It's from Marine Mat. That's the company that he majority sells the stuff for, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, to be completely honest with you, if it was sitting side by side next to any of the other competitors, I really don't think that anybody would be able to tell the difference unless they dealt with it on a regular basis. It looks pretty much just like the SeaDek kits that we get. I can't really tell much difference. I'm going to show it to you guys. It's pretty sick. The kit that he's got for this is pretty simple, because the floor in this boat is perforated aluminum to allow the water to drain through. Now, he did tell me that when he was out the other day, this deck was hot and the floor wasn't. The floor is black. I would think the floor would get hot. He said that he was standing on this bare foot, no issues. As soon as he stood up on this part, started burning his feet. So go figure. But we're not going to be doing the floor because that's opened up for drainage. So we've got a kit piece that's going to be basically just for this little front piece here, this deck, and then the back wraparound seating around the transom. So it's not a whole lot of pieces, but it is going to be a little bit of prep work, because I got to clean this deck up. But we're going to get this thing going. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you guys what we got, and I'm going to show you this turf and how I'm planning on installing it. Y'all know how this works. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so check it out. Now, up here on the bow, we did install this last time he was here. It's the sea light nav box, and it's got like a spreader lights and a spotlight on it. This thing's pretty sick. Now, one cool thing I did not know the time that I was installing this is that one of the big wigs for Sea Light, he's actually the guy that bought my Project X boat. So he's got that thing looking really sweet. Hopefully we're eventually going to get some video footage of that to share with you guys. But this thing is really cool, man. I mean, this is a bird-killing vessel right here, boy. Yeah, dude. I mean, he does primarily just duck hunting. And, I mean, you can't get more of a duck hunting boat than what you got right here. So what we've got is a couple pieces, whole front deck, and then this front triangle area right here. Now, they did send us a ruler, which I talked to the customer earlier. He was here and dropped the boat off, and I showed him the stuff. And he's like, yeah, let's put the ruler up there. I think it's a good idea. It looks kind of cool. I'm going to show you guys all that stuff in just a second. But, I mean, this boat is super dope, man. Heavy duty, durable. He's got this big gator tail GTR XD on it. Everything's brand new. Super dope. We even got some little pieces of foam. They're going to go up here on top of these pods in here. Now, he did change out these decals since the last time he was here, because these were green. And he said that he's got 3 buddies that have the same exact Havoc boat, and they all look the same. So he wanted to change out the colors so that way he'd be able to tell them apart. And I think the purple's pretty dope. Check it out. Here is some of the marine matting. We're going with this darker brown with the lighter brown. I forget what colors they actually are, but I'll probably throw them on the screen because I got a list of all their colors. It looks very similar to the SeaDek. I mean, I can't really tell the difference between the quality of them, at least not yet. Maybe once I start installing it, but first time using this marine mat stuff. It was very similarly priced to the SeaDek. From what I've read online, some people say that it's more durable. I don't know, but it looks good. This was all CNC cut by Nick Kingston over at Fabrics Direct for you. And I mean, I think that it looks very good. It looks excellent, actually. So this one piece right here, I'm kind of stoked that he let me put this logo in here. This is the first time I've had my logo in CNC turf that's going in a rig. So I'm going to put it that way. Probably turn around and put it that way. I think it looks cooler like that. But that's where that one goes. And then we got pieces to wrap around this. And then up front, well, he is a good old boy from the state of Georgia. So he wanted to go with the Georgia logo. So that's what he got. Throwing the Georgia logo up in the center of this front piece. I think it's dope. Pretty cool looking. Now he wanted to go not as flashy with this turf because, I mean, he's got a lot of plain stuff in here. He just wanted the border, and then he wanted to throw that in there. And everything else is just bordered, which is cool. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Personally, me, I'd like to do a lot more. I would, utilize this whole area and probably do some type of grids or honeycomb or something. That's just me. But it looks clean. It looks elegant, classy. And it's going to be sick regardless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this turf back out of here. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And I'm going to try to start cleaning this up. Because look, if you get close up here, you see how this has like a grit texture to it. And I don't think that turf is going to stick too well to that. I don't know. I mean, I know the normal TITOK and Hydro turfs that I use, normally I would sand this, so I'm definitely going to hit it up a little bit. Now, I'm not going to take it all the way down to bare metal, but I'm going to smooth this out, at least to where it's not, like a little grip texture to it. It's just smooth. I'm going to probably hit this with like a 80 and then maybe step it up to, I don't know, 200 and then 400. Maybe we'll just start at the like 160 and go up from there. But regardless, I'm gonna put you guys on the hyperlapse. I'm gonna get this stuff going and then we'll circle back. Let's get back to work. So I got her sanded up, and I mean, this is absolutely perfect. And it was super simple, man. I didn't have to step it at all. I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to hit this with the 400 because I already had a 400 pad on my DA sander. I did a little piece of it and felt it, and it's smooth and it's exactly what we need. Now, if we had hit this with 80, it probably would have took it down to bare metal. So do not hit this with anything less than like 200. 400 worked absolutely perfect. And this took me maybe 15 minutes. Now I still got some dust on it and stuff, so I'm gonna have to come back and clean this up. But I went ahead and I hit it with a blower. I blew everything out of here with the air line. And now I'm gonna come back and wipe everything down with acetone where all the pieces are going. I already set everything in there earlier when the customer was here, and it looks like everything lines up pretty good. So I'm not really worried about that, but I do want to go ahead and make sure that we clean this up with some acetone. Now, I did not do this piece right here, only for the simple fact that the ruler that we're putting up here was not cut to fit there. So I'm gonna space this evenly. I didn't want it to be lighter like this on either side of it. I wanted to keep the original paint. I think it's gonna stick fine. This isn't gonna be something that somebody's gonna be stepping on. It's just a vertical wall here. And I mean, the ruler comes in about 3 inches from either side. And you see about maybe 3/4 of this little vertical piece in here. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. The other thing I did not sand is on top of these pods back here. Now, when we originally scanned for this, I didn't think about it, but this is a diamond plate, and I don't know how well it's gonna stick to this. And this, with the diamonds, obviously there's a lot going on. So if I sand this down, I'm gonna have to take these diamonds down too. A lot of sanding. And this is gonna be like covered in water, probably a lot. So I'm thinking that best case scenario, we just go ahead and stick it to this. I wipe it down with acetone, we stick the piece on here. If the piece doesn't stick, then he just takes them off. And it's not the end of the world. If he takes them off, then our paint and everything is still here, still looks good, then not to worry about it. If I sand this down and then stick it on there, and it ends up coming off, well, then he's going to have, you know, a flat piece here that's not going to look like the rest of the boat. It's not going to match. It's going to be like that. It's going to be dull looking. It's not going to be this nice dark. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to work. I'm going to put you guys in the hyperlapse. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the entire boat with acetone and a rag, and then we're going to start sticking this turf in here, guys. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, so we got her installed. Man, this stuff is sick. Check it out. Looks so good. I mean, if you get a good scan, your pieces fit good. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You gotta have a good scan, and then you got nothing to worry about. I did have to move these pieces up and get them out of my way to install this. And I will say that these nuts right here, you couldn't tighten these up enough to like hold it right. Look, I mean, it's loose, it's shaking. I tightened them, and what happened was like the piece behind it was spinning or something. I don't know, maybe these bolts that are in here are too long for these cap nuts. I think that's probably what it is, but I don't know. I did have an issue with that. Tighten this. I can't get this one tight. This one's pretty tight. Same type of deal, same cap nuts, but I mean, this WJR grab handle and cup holder, it's pretty cool. I like the little flare on it. I mean, it does take up a lot of room just for a cup holder. Personally, this was my boat. I probably should have dropped the cup holder right into the deck right here. But regardless, the turf is installed, man, and she looks sweet. It matches pretty good. It's pretty plain. I mean, he wanted to go with something pretty plain, and well, that's what he got. That ruler I was talking about earlier, you see how that worked out? I think that's sick. It looks perfect. Super dope. Perfect spot for it. And lay his fish up here. He doesn't do much fishing. Maybe he'll lay some ducks up here so you can measure how long his ducks are. I don't know, but it's still cool. I mean, it's all about the scan. You get the scan, and then you got somebody who knows how to cut turf, and this is what you'll get. Now, me personally, I would have got some more patterns in here. I'm gonna show you guys something that I didn't really want to show the customer, but I'm going to. So look, this is a piece that I got made out of the same turf. We had some leftovers, and I asked him to make me a piece for my cooler. If we had went with this pattern inside of this, well, that's more my style. It's flashy, but look, I got one of these Vibe coolers because I'm too cheap to buy a Yeti. This is a 75 quart cooler, and this thing was like 190 bucks, I think. And we're gonna put that bad boy on top of it, and it's sick. And the color of this cooler is really cool. I dig it. I like it. It's got the bottle openers on it. It's got a lock on the side of it. I mean, it keeps ice cold. Literally, ice will stay in there for like an entire week if I fill it up with ice when we're out at the lake or something. So regardless, though, the turf in here turned out sick. Now, after installing this marine mat, I will tell you that the paper on the back of it, it felt like it was thicker than the sea deck or the hydro turf. It was just a thicker type paper. It removed very easily. It was easy to fold. I like the paper on this. I will say that 100%. I like the backing paper on it. I'm not 100% sure on the glue. The glue is different. You could definitely see, you know, that it was like a layer of glue that wasn't just like attached to this. It was, you know, stuck to it. It's hard to explain. If you install this stuff every day, then you'd be able to tell a difference between this glue and the glue that's on the back of some of the sea deck and hydro turf, but it's sticking. I mean, that's really all that matters. It seems like it's down pretty good. I mean, you can't really peel it up. Like, it's only been down for about 10 minutes. And I can only imagine within another 24 hours, this stuff is going to be on here permanently. It ain't coming up. I'll tell you that much. But I'm happy with it. I'm impressed. Personally, for me, I don't give a damn if it's CDEK or HydroTurf or Marine Mat. At this point, if it's CNC cut and you got a cool design in it, I don't really see much quality difference between this and any of the other sheets that I've used. I just don't. I think it's kind of like walking down the bread aisle at Walmart. You got like 100 different brands of bread. That's kind of where you're at. It's bread, it's EVA foam. So regardless of which one you go with, just make sure you get a quality scan and you got somebody that cuts it out that has a quality CNC router machine that can make nice cuts. And it's pretty simple, guys. I mean, sticking this stuff down, a lot of times when I've used this in the past, I have handles in here. Now you can see like these have these rubber like cooler handles on the front, or like little bungees to hold it down, which is cool. But with the handles in the center, then that's my starting point. Anytime I'm doing a hatch, this CNC cut, I start at my handle, and it makes the most sense because that's the center of it, and that's where you got to keep it even around there, and then you just work your way out. This is one of those things where it's just like trust the process. I dry fit every piece, set it up here, and I kind of eyeballed my distances and my gaps around the sides, and this piece turned out like damn near flush. But you can see this one, it's got a little bit of an overhang, and you just have to figure that in. Like right here, this one was about 1/8 of an inch behind the rolled edge, and we kept that a constant all the way across. So dry fit your pieces, see where they're at, stick it and send it. Don't think about it. Don't try to pull it and stretch it. The pieces are cut to fit. It will work if you trust the process, guys. But all in all, I mean, this Havoc, it looks really sick. I like this colorway for it. I think it's grown man shit. I mean, it's not like some crazy flashy stuff, but it definitely looks really good. And it's going to keep these decks from getting hot, and I think he's going to be pretty happy with it. It's definitely a major upgrade from no turf to CNC turf, and this is a whole lot better than just sheet turfing it and cutting it, in my opinion, because you get the borders and all that stuff. Now, one thing I will say about Marine Mat, don't want to hate on them, but my guy told me he could not cut me these sheets without throwing their logo into it somewhere. So he put this on this side, on this little pod right here, and I mean, really, like, I don't want to hate on them, but Jesus Christ, like, you guys want to put your brand on it so bad that I can't buy it without your brand on it? I think that's a little ballsy. In my opinion, I think that's ballsy, because if you're spending the money to get this stuff cut and you want to have your custom pattern and you don't want to have their logo in it, then you shouldn't have to have their logo in it. That's just the way I feel about it. I don't sell my hatches with a Trick 10's logo engraved in it because maybe they don't like that. I mean, you're selling this as a custom stuff for a customer who's willing to spend the money to get custom stuff. You don't force them to do anything. Give them what they want. So that's the only downside to the Marine Mat that I can complain about. But other than that, it's fucking sick, man. It's really dope. I am pumped. And all in all, this took me about an hour and a half to install. And it's not a whole lot of pieces, obviously, but an hour and a half, and it's done. Said and done. Pretty simple. You guys can do this. If you are interested in getting a kit for this exact boat right here, I have the scan for it, and I can hook you guys up with a kit at an affordable price. This turf in here was not that crazy. So if you're interested, send me an email or hit me up and let me know, and I will definitely hook you guys up. And I'll put you in contact with Nick Kingston at Fabrics Direct for you, because he is cutting this stuff, and he's going to be the guy that I'm probably going to be going to for all of my future turf jobs. All right, guys, so it's a wrap for this project. It turned out really sick, man. The Marine Mat, I'm impressed with. Now, considering that it's the first time I've used it, I don't know about the longevity of it, but like I said earlier, it's like walking down the bread aisle, guys. If I put some of this Marine Mat in front of you with some HydroTurf and some CDEK or, any other EVA foam, you're not going to be able to tell the difference unless you deal with this stuff on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I deal with this on a day-to-day basis, and if I didn't see the back of this said Marine Mat on it, and I just looked at it, I would probably think that it was CDEK, because I've dealt with a lot of CDEK that was CNC cut turf, and I mean, they all look the same to me, man, but I think it's going to be perfectly fine. Now, as long as you take care of the turf and you clean it, you cover your boat, keep it out of direct sunlight. You got to cover your boat. If you're going to keep it in the garage, that's great. If you can't, get a cover for the damn thing. Clean it up and cover it, and you won't have any issues with it, guys. This Havoc is sick, though, man. If you are in the market for a duck boat, go check out Havoc. I don't think there's a better duck boat on the market, at least not that I've seen. I mean, as a 10 man, this 10 rig is nice. The hull of it, the fabrication points of it, I don't have any complaints on it. And that's pretty big for me because I'm a pretty critical person. I can always find something to nitpick. And with this rig, I don't really have a lot of nitpicking for it for what it is used for. Now, if Havoc were to come out with a fishing boat, well, that's a whole different story. But this for hunting, I mean, it's a sweet little rig, guys. All in all, though, the project turned out cool. I mean, I'm glad that I got to install this marine mat. If you guys are interested in getting some of the marine mat, I will leave the link for Fabrics Direct for You, Nicholas Kingston, in the description of this video. So you guys go check that out. Send him a message. If you're going to get something from him, just tell him that I sent you. I'm not asking for a cut or a percentage code or anything like that. I just want him to know that the people that are coming to him are coming from me. That way, in the future, when I want to get something for my personal boat, he'll remember all the times that I hooked him up with sales, and it works out good for me. So I do appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me today. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a comment down below. Now, I know a lot of guys are going to be like, oh no, that marine mat is nothing compared to the TITOK, or it's nothing compared to the HydroTurf. Yeah, I get that. I understand a lot of people have their own brand that they stick by. It's the same conversation that I had with people about outboard motors. Everybody says, oh no, the Yamahas are the best. Well, I think that Suzuki is the best. Well, no, you got to have a Tohatsu. Tohatsu is pretty good too. My motor lineup would be Suzuki, Tohatsu, Yamaha, and then Merc. And the only reason I put Yamaha above Merc is because I think that they're a little bit better quality. But if we're going from price point, then those would be flip-flop. Regardless, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like, subscribe button. Leave a comment, please. Hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm trying to get to 25K. If we can get to 25K before the end of the year, I will buy an entire sheet of marine mat, and I will get Nick to cut them for cooler tops for Yetis, and I will give them away. However many we can get for different cooler sizes for Yetis, we will get, and we will give them away if we hit 25K subs by the end of the year. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like, subscribe button. I'll see y'all next time. Let's get back to work.